Welcome to this schoolpaper.net tutorial. We'll be using this demo site, which can be used to experiment with creating a paper and articles, as well as providing example spoof school papers as shown at the link here. Each school paper can be customized to include a banner image for the school. The paper also has a number of categories. The sports articles are shown here. You can also have news articles, announcements, and finally events which are in date and time order. Here you can see the example website being viewed on a mobile phone. You can change the orientation and see the paper format change. And similarly, you can use it from a tablet. Before being able to create a school paper or write articles, we need to create an account. This is done using the register button. We're going to create an account for a teacher called Mary Brown. And finally, we have to confirm that it's a person actually creating the account, and we use this capture mechanism based on pictures rather than cryptic letters and numbers. And then if you just read and accept the terms and conditions, and then press the register button. Alright, so now we've created the account. The next task will be to create the school paper. So we're currently logged in as Mary Brown. If we select the action to create the school paper, we're going to create an example paper. So we have the example school, and we have to give a web address for the school. The location of the school needs to be specified. If the system can obtain your current location from the browser, then it will use that location as the location for the school. But if that location is wrong, then just explicitly provide the location in this field here. The area field is used to define the local community size for the school. It's not currently used directly by the schoolpaper.net website at the moment, but will be used in the future. And then finally, we use the capture information again, just to confirm that it's a person creating the paper. This page shows the details for the school paper. In the top left section are the details that we've just entered. In the top right shows the administrators and contributors to the paper. Currently it's just Mary Brown who's set up as the default administrator. And then finally at the bottom there would be the list of articles associated with the paper, and as it's a new paper this is blank at the moment. Before being able to create articles on a paper, the paper needs to be verified to ensure that it is associated with a real school and that the person creating the paper has the authority to do so. This procedure is initiated by selecting this button. As you can see here, it says that the paper has been automatically verified on this demo site. However, on the main site, this initiates a process of verifying the email address of the person administering the paper and then checking their affiliation to the school. It helps if the email address has the same domain name as the school. Once verified, it's possible to add an image for use as the school paper's banner. So if we go back and edit the school paper, you'll notice now that it's possible to associate the banner image. So we'll choose an image file. We'll select the one that we've used previously for the Sham High School. And then we apply that change, so we do an update. You may also want to add other teachers as administrators on the paper and students to act as contributors. We've previously set up an account for a student called Alex Smith, so we'll add him as a contributor now. So you can see he's now listed as a contributor on the paper. We will now create an article for the paper, but as the student Alex Smith. So we first need to sign out of Mary's account, and then log in as Alex. And then we return to edit the paper. So this time we go to the Create New Article button, and we'll create a sports article. This is text from the one of the spoof paper articles. Again, we can associate an image, so this time we'll pick the Javelin one again. If there's further information about the article, then we can add a web link in here. And as before, we need to use the capture mechanism to confirm that we're a person. And then finally create the article. Okay, so as it says, the article has been created, but we could do further changes and make updates. Or if we return back to the school details page, we can now see that there's an entry for the article here with a status of pending approval. Then the final step is to return to the teacher's account. So we'll log in as Mary Brown. Go back to edit the paper. So as before, you can see the entry for the newly created article still pending approval. So if we go to edit the article, we can look at the details, and we can either decide to make some changes to it ourselves or discuss it with the student so that they can make the changes. But if we're happy with it, then we can decide that we want to publish it. So we set that to true and we do an update. As you can see, it says article published, and if we return back to the school's main page, we can now see that the status has changed to published. So now if we want to view the school's paper, we select this button. So we've got the banner image that we set up, and if we go to the sports section, we can see the article that we created. Once your paper's created and you have some articles, the final step is to make it available to your local community and parents. There's two ways to access the paper. The first is from the front page, where you get a drop-down box showing the list of schools. So in this case we select example school, and if we look at the sports section we see the article that was created. The second approach is more direct. If you take a copy of the link that's in the browser, you could then set up a direct link to this page from your own website. We hope you found this tutorial informative. If you have any more questions, please send us an email to info@mylocalpaper.net. Thank you.